Welcome aboard on the Linux series of presentations. This is video number 2, Installing Cygwin. In this video, I will take you on a short and bump-free ride. You will learn how to install Cygwin. Cygwin is a collection of tools which provide a Linux look and feel environment for Windows. You will be able to test your installation by compiling a dummy program using the powerful GCC engine, the Rolls-Royce of programming languages. After which, you will be able to quickly learn Unix from the next video onwards in this series. So, let's get the aircraft rolling off the tarmac. Downloading and saving your file. As discussed in the first video, downloading is a simple one-click step. Go to the link shown in the slide and click on Install Cygwin in the column on the left as shown. You will be taken to the install site. Choose the 64-bit or the 32-bit setup file as appropriate. I prefer the 64-bit. It is called setup-x86_64.exe. Clicking on the link, the Save dialog box comes up. Click on Save File and save it wherever you prefer. Here is the same action shown in real time in the video clip which follows. I have saved the setup file in my D drive in a folder called Tech Studio ISO. You can choose whatever you like. As explained in the first video, you must do a file integrity check before installing it. So where do you find the hash? On the same page where you clicked on the setup file, if you scroll down, you will see a question. What's the hash of setup? And beneath that, there is a link which will take you to the hash of the setup for both the 64-bit and the 32-bit versions. Copy the appropriate hash and save it. The hash for this setup file is 512-bit long. That is 128 hexadecimal characters. It is called SHA512 and is superior to MD5 sum. For the version I downloaded, the hash is shown in the next slide, and the video clip which follows shows how to verify the SHA512 hash in Windows command line. Go to the hash link and copy the hash for this file and save it. I'm saving it in the same place where the setup file was saved, and I'm naming this hash as setup64hash.txt. In Windows 10, there is a nice utility called certutil, which can compute the hash of any type. MD5 sum, SHA1, which is a 128-bit hash, SHA256, 384, and SHA512. The syntax of the command is certutil-hash file, the name of the file whose hash you want to compute, and the type of hash. In our case, it is SHA512, and I am saving this particular output which Windows command line gives into a file called sha512.txt. The output from cert util will contain some information which is not relevant for our purpose. So I use a very powerful utility called sed, a stream editor, which you will learn very soon. And don't worry about this command at the moment, I'll explain it at the appropriate time. It basically cleans up the things which we don't need. Finally, I'm typing out the contents of the setup64 hash.txt, which contained the hash code from the site, and I'm typing out sha512.txt, which was the hash code produced by cert util programs. You can see that it matches very well. You should also scan the setup file for any virus using a suitable antivirus program. I shall be using Windows Defender. So go to the directory where you saved your setup file, right click on the setup file, a menu will pop up and just choose Windows Defender. It will very quickly scan through that file and report if there is any problem. Most likely there shouldn't be any problem. With the precautions taken care of, let us now install Cygwin. Open the folder where you saved the setup and double-click on the file. You will have to make choices in the next few screens. Most users will likely accept the default values. Choose a suitable folder where Cygwin should place the tarballs. This is different from the folder where the Unix-like tree is installed. The default for that location is c:/Cygwin64. In the final screen, make a choice for the mirror location from where you wish to download. I have used JEST in Japan and NUS in Singapore, and they are very fast. The short video clip which follows shows the process in action in real time. After setup does the initial admin stuff like updating local database, checking for new versions, etc., it will throw up a screen from where you have to choose which packages you wish to install or upgrade. If Cygwin is already installed, the program will show an initial screen which will display pending tasks if any. For the first time installation, choose categories all from the drop down list and proceed from there. For a fresh installation, the base Cygwin package is mandatory. I recommend that you install a very simple and cute little editor called Nano. You must definitely install GCC engine now or after the basic installation is over. I am a fan of tech and its relative LaTeX. You may wish to postpone the installation of this program till I talk about LaTeX later on in the videos. Python and Perl are also important and will be there in your system now or later. You can watch the short video of real-time installation now. Whenever you make any choice, Cygwin will give you an option of installing or uninstalling or skipping or keeping an existing version of the program. You can also choose the version from a drop-down list in case several versions are available. There are three phases during the installation. First, the tarballs of your chosen packages will be installed in the local directory. They will be then extracted and the actual programs will be installed. Cygwin will finally update the databases and will return for you to finish or go back and choose more packages. In future, whenever you run setup, this cycle will be repeated. When you have finished, go ahead and test the packages. If this is your first time, congratulations. You have now a powerful Unix-like stable environment which will coexist peacefully with Windows, and now you have the best of both worlds. Good luck. It is time now to test the installation, and we will do this by testing the G++ compiler. If your Cygwin icon is not in the taskbar, either drag it from the desktop and move it to the taskbar as shown in the picture on the right. Click once on it or double click the icon on the desktop. The Cygwin terminal will start. Enter the code on the next slide. This code is very simple. It creates a dummy file called dummy.c which contains a simple C++ program. The double ampersand is a way to execute multiple commands in the shell. So the next command g++ -o dummy.c executes the g++ compiler and the output is produced in a file with the same name called dummy. The next statement tests if dummy was created, in which case indicate with the message that G++ compilation is OK, else indicate that G++ compilation failed. Finally, remove both the dummy.c and the dummy files. We don't want to accumulate excess stuff. A short video clip follows showing the action in real time, and the second last line you can see the output shows G++ compilation is OK. Congratulations, the program has compiled, and now we can start our adventure on learning very interesting stuff in Linux. I will start with the bash shell in the next video. Let us explore our newfound wonderland. Here is a screenshot of the directory listing of Cygwin 64, the list view. The next frame shows the view with icons. If you enter the bin subfolder, you will see hundreds of programs which are very powerful tools used in Unix. What you see is just a small portion of the tools. In this slide, there are programs up to C, but the list goes on all the way up to the alphabet Z. Explore this wonderland and rest assured you will be spending months, if not years, if you stick with Cygwin. So enjoy and have fun. Finally, let me whet your appetite with some of the interesting things you can look forward to in the coming videos. Remember that long 512 bits SHA hash code? It looks very unpleasing to the eyes with lowercase letters, no spacing. So here I want to show you, if you enter this command in the box, just copy and paste that hash code once more, and the program will very nicely format the thing. Firstly, you see all the hex digits in uppercase. They are grouped in fours with a nice space in between. Looks very nice. So essentially, we are using here three of the important tools: sed, awk, and xargs. In addition to these, there are a few other interesting commands like find and grep. So all told, with about 10 tools, you can do a whole lot in Linux. These are very powerful tools for processing text. Now you may say, what's the big deal? I can just put this hash code in some editor and manually edit it and put spacing. I'll be done. Well, it's not that simple. This one liner is a very general solution. It works even if you had a string which was not 512 bits but 1 million bits. The same one liner will format it very nicely. Try doing that in a editor. Nobody wants to do that. I wish to make some closing comments. Some of you may be wondering, should I install Cygwin? Well, you have nothing to lose except 1 or 2 hours of your time. But I can assure you that you will gain plentiful after that. Moreover, it's a free software. You don't lose anything. So, just to assure you further that Cygwin is an excellent piece of software, I am now going to show you what sort of changes it makes to your system and how easy it is for you to remove the package completely without leaving any trace. Press the Windows and the R key simultaneously. A run window will open. Type in Regedit and click OK. This will start a program called the registry editor, and you will see the following screen. It has a certain number of folders, and for us, the two folders called hkey underscore local underscore machine and hkey underscore current underscore user are relevant. Under hkey underscore local underscore machine, expand the subfolder called software. If you have installed Cygwin earlier, then you will see a folder called Cygwin. And on the right hand side, you will see a few keys. So if you ever want to remove Cygwin completely, you first install it from the settings, add or remove program, and after you have done that, you delete the root directory completely, and then go to this registry editor and delete this Cygwin folder. Likewise, you go to the folder hkey underscore current underscore users, and then go to the subfolder software, and if Cygwin is present, just delete that key. And now you have completely removed this software from your system. So you can do this twice, once before installing Cygwin and seeing the structure of your registry, and once you finish installing, you again run the registry editor and you can see what changes Cygwin has made. Believe me, it's a very, very nice, very safe software. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.